What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Eddie with DIY Basics. Today we're going to go over a problem that's pretty common in most households. We're talking about doors that don't open or close properly. And obviously that's due to wear and tear. A lot of times it's due to, poor installation. But we're going to be going over some small tips and tricks to align your door to get it to function a little bit better than what it is. We're just gonna be making some micro adjustments. We're not gonna be getting too deep into the woods with it. Obviously, if you want to install a door where it's perfect, that really requires a removal and reinstall. So in this case, we're just going to be correcting a few things for the purposes of getting the door to work properly. And I'll go over some of the tricks that I use and some of the products out there that are available to make the job a little easier for you. So let's take a look at this door real quick. As you can see, the gaps are pretty much all over the place. It's pretty wide there. It's kind of slim at the top there, and then it widens out up here. It comes down on the strike side. It's not too bad there. And then when we come back across here, as you can see, it starts to tighten as we get down. It's just about touching at the bottom there, as you can see. Another issue is that the door doesn't latch when you try to close it. So right now it just pulls open. See, I'm pushing it closed and it doesn't latch. And that's due to, if you can see, the strike plate and the mortise in the door aren't exactly even with each other. And that's an install issue as well. My hope is that when we correct this gap at the bottom, it'll lift up the door a little bit and it'll latch. The other issue is, and I don't understand it for the life of me, but as you can see here, this latch plate is set all the way back to the frame, when in fact it's supposed to be set inside of a mortise that's already in the door frame when you purchase the door. I don't understand why builders or their people decide that they're gonna place these strike plates wherever they feel they should go, and in the end, what it does is not allow the door to work properly. So we're gonna remove this and we're gonna move it back to that mortised opening, and you're gonna see how it instantly grabs the door and works the way it's supposed to. Let's get started. All right, guys, so what we're gonna use to fix that gap between the frame and the door at the bottom are these shims that come specifically for that. They're called Easy Shim. I'll try to put a link in the description. I'm kind of new at this, but I'll try to put a link in the description for you guys. And back in the day, guys used to just cut up cardboard and make a template of the hinge mortise and then put it in there. But these are very user-friendly, and they're about maybe a 1/16 of an inch a piece or something, maybe less. And you basically just pop them in behind the hinges to pull the door away from the frame and make some adjustments. All right, guys, so here we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this hinge from the frame, just for the purposes of giving it some flexibility when we remove the bottom one, which is the one we're going to place the shims in, because we don't want to put unnecessary stress on that center hinge. Basically, you remove it, place the hinge behind it. Usually I don't remove that center hinge. I did that so that this door wouldn't bind when I tried to push it out. But maybe I should have left it in place, because it looks like it's really pulling away from the door now. Let me put a screw back in real quick. to sit right behind the hinge. Another trick you can do is you can just put the center screw in. Give it something to hold to. Slide the hinge right in behind it. There you go. See what's going on with the door now. I don't know if you can see, but it opened this gap up to about 1/8. I don't know if you can see that. So now we don't have any rubbing on the frame. Like I said, it's not 100% equal all the way around because we're just making micro adjustments. So I think we got that binding taken care of now. And now we'll work on this latch. See, this is what I mean. This mortise here, this is supposed to fit inside here, right to the mortise, which as you can see is about a 1/16, a strong 1/16 away from the frame. The way it was installed before, it was pushed right up against that door stop, which is not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be sitting right inside that mortise. So we're going to change that and see what happens. See this bit here? This is a centering bit. What it does is you put it in the hole of where you want to drill, and this pushes down, spring loaded, and it creates a hole right in the center of what you're drilling. So a lot of times when you're installing these strike plates and hinges and stuff, a lot of times the screw is all over the place because it's not centered. So this bit really makes it easy. So you just push it in just to make a pilot. It's sometimes it gets a little difficult because there's a pre-existing hole, and these work best when you're creating the hole for the very first time. But what we'll do is we'll try it, and if it doesn't work, then I have another trick up my sleeve that I can show you. See if that catches. See that? Perfect. See that? Perfect. All by simply putting this where it's supposed to go. Right. Now I'm going to take it right back off and show you another little trick, another trade. Trying to figure out this camera stuff. a little bit of a headache, to be honest. Whenever your screws are loose to the point where they don't bite because they've been installed and taken off a few times, one of the things you can do is use toothpicks to fill the hole. Sometimes it takes a few of them, put them in there nice and tight, break them off, and when you put a new screw in there, it's like it's biting into solid wood all over again, and you get a nice firm grip, and it takes whatever play the screw had or whatever strip was there out. So I'll show you me taking care of that real quick. We'll start with this one. Just pile the toothpicks in there. The more the better. Once you get them in there, then you just break them off. Take whatever extra ones you have. You continue to stuff it so that it's nice and tight, and you break them up inside there. Let's see, like that. So now, since we've filled that up completely, we'll use our sending ring bit again just to give us a head start. We'll go ahead and drive the screw. You'll see the difference here now. See that? Look how tight that is. Perfect. Perfect. Let's give the door one more try, and then we'll be done with this. There you go. No more gaps. The door latches properly. That's what we like to see. I hope this tip helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.